Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rainy, this is the Enchanted Planner, and today we're doing my January flip through. And I'll share with you all the changes I've already made. I had made changes in these planners, as I said, probably the second week in January because they were not working. Okay, so this is my catch-all. This houses 3 planners and some other sections. So here's my start, right? We've got my little winter mood board, which I'm gonna pull out pretty soon. And then we have my nameless name page. And then we have my perpetuals. Then we go into my family birthdays sheet, which I did not too long ago. Family birthdays and events kind of deal. And then we're into sort of the meat and potatoes of this planner. Now, these top tab and side tab dividers came from Cloth and Paper. I will link them in the description. This dashboard was one I bought off of Etsy. This one is from the Planner Shack. This dashboard I made myself. I made this and this, so this vellum overlay and the butterflies I made in Canva. Then we have my Q1 goals. I decided to go a little bit differently with the goal setting on these pages, at least for the start of the year. I'm trying to set myself up for success this year, and I'm still really struggling, and you'll see that as we move through these planners. January has not been the most productive or on task month. So I decided to try a different thing, like just sort of some reminders. So in home, I want to maintain a consistent cleaning routine. I've been cutting back expenses. I used to have housekeepers come in and do all the cleaning, and then I would just keep up in between. But, you know, pulling back on the expenses, I had to stop that service. So it's up to me now. I want to maintain, you know, a regular monthly date night, at least one, probably 2 would be good, but at least 3 date nights in this first quarter. I want to build my audience on social media. I want to reach out to 2 friends weekly. Other than, I don't really talk to people anymore. The pandemic put a kibosh on a whole bunch of things, right? So I need to get back into that habit of, you know, actively being social. I wanted to move on to cash budgeting and make healthy choices because my health and wellness is a priority this year. So the next page we have is my one little word page, which still seems so big. Like, I don't know that I can step into the shoes of this, but I'm going to give it a try. I mean, worst case scenario, I can always change my word, right? But I wanted this for my word this year. It kept showing up in places and it kept popping into my head. So I'm like, okay, that's the focus. Then we get into my 23 and 2023 pages. I'll move you over into frame now because there's nothing else over there that really needed to be in frame. These are my 23 and 23 pages. That's a lot to say, 20 and 2023, which I still have a couple of boxes left open yet because I haven't decided what I want to do there. And I'm using these pages for things that aren't quite goals, but they're things I do want to do, right? Then we're moving into my vision board for this year. And I just created this in Canva and printed it out. I was going to make one on these 2 pages. So these 2 pages, but I like to create a new vision board each quarter. So that wasn't going to really work all that well because I don't want to redo my 23 and 2023 pages, nor do I want to redo my future goals page, which I haven't put anything on yet because we're only in January. Again, a tabbed divider from Cloth and Paper and a divider from the Planner Shack. Then we're moving into my weekly calendar. So there's my January currently page. I sort of decided to do a little bit of memory keeping on there. I got some pictures I was going to print out and put them on there as well. Then we have my January monthly. This was a bad idea. In all of the other years, I've always kept all of my bills on the calendar that is in my vertical planner. I decided because I'm into a budget planner this year to not do that. This was a bad idea. So in February, I've moved all of my bills back onto this calendar. I know it seems a little redundant to have it in 2 places, but I don't check in with a budget planner every day. This one I do. So it made more sense to have it here. Then of course, this is the first week. I opted to do that in the 2022 planner. And I know a lot of people did, you know, out with the old and in with the new, but I didn't want 2 New Year's Eve spreads and I didn't want to waste the supplies on it. So I'm thrifty that way. Then we have my one little word spread, which I absolutely love. I think it came out absolutely gorgeous. And then we have the planner or National Sticker Day with the stick girls, which are super cute. You guys loved this spread. You loved the other one too, but you really loved this spread. Then we have my plant spread, and this is out of Plant Mama, Plant Babe. I think it's Plant Mama. Is it Plant Mama? I think it's Plant Mama. It's like, I think that's the name of the actual sticker book. And then we have the final week in January, which I used Le Fleur. Now this was one I put up on the community board to see if you guys were interested in me using this one or the other one, because I was having trouble making a decision. So I thought I'd put it out to the community, and you guys chose, you chose this one. So Le Fleur won, and I will do Deep Botanicals at another time. So we're just gonna pull out, not ready to change out the dashboards just yet, but soon. We're going to put that back into my vertical planner, and then that can go off to the side. I leave my currently pages in because I do like the currently page in as well to match the current monthly. So this one stays. Then we're going to move into my health section. And this dashboard, I think, is from, that's a good question. I do not know. I'll have to see if I can find it in my Etsy purchases and go from there. I'll try and link as much as I can find in the description. So always check the description. And if I miss something that you are curious about, drop me a comment. I answer all comments and I will get a link for you. So this was just me brainstorming for some ideas. And this is my self-care page for 2023. I thought I would do it a little bit differently than normal. I used to do stick girls and, you know, little things, but I decided to do it this way with a focus for each month. Failed miserably, but that's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. All right, what are we into now? I think I just have some random pages in here. Yes, I do. That was my measurements. Okay, so now we're moving into my measurements and milestones pages. Now, these are my printables from the Etsy shop, which I'll link down below. They come in a variety of brunettes, blondes, light skin, dark skin, redhead. But I liked the one I created so much more than the one I actually made the plan with me. Like if you remember seeing the plan with me, it was all manually done, but I loved the ones I created in Etsy so much more. So I printed those out and put them into my planner instead. And I love them. I think they're fun. So I hope you guys like them too. So I'll link them in the description, or I'll link the shop in the description. You can take a look. This is my overall health goals for the year. And originally I made this back, I think in the spring of 2022, with the intention of just listing out my 3 health goals, but I loved it so much. I didn't want it to just be for one quarter. So I used sticky notes for each quarter's goals, and then I can keep it and I can reuse it. All right, then we're moving into my health planner. So I did not decorate the monthly in January. I didn't do anything with the monthly in January. We have the first week, which was using the Fitness and Florals and not Chic Winter Blooms. Then this one is one I made in Canva. I love the rubber duckies, and then I get the song stuck in my head, as you well know. Because I loved Ernie and Bert when I was a kid. So this was for, I think it was Rubber Ducky Day. Sometimes I like to mix things up, people. And then this was a spread I did that I needed something that I could do quickly and like really quick. So these large florals from Winter Blooms worked really, really well. I use a lot of Live Love Posh stickers in here because of the way I have to decorate this. I really only have the sidebar a little bit in the bottom and generally this corner. But as you can see, we don't have much going on at all. And then we move into the next week, which is the final week in January. And I was between exhausted, so insomnia and brain pain. This was just, it was a shit month, sorry. Like it was. So we're moving into February with a fresh perspective and we're going to go from there. Speaking of fresh perspectives. Okay. So I've been mentioning this in a few videos lately. I ran a 5-day wellness challenge. Because most of you know, but some of you may not, I am a personal trainer and health coach in my day-to-day. So I ran a health challenge, a 5-day wellness challenge. See, here's the originals. I like the other ones better. I ran a 5-day wellness challenge in December and it was really well received. We're going to do another one. I'm going to run meal prep March. So I'm hoping to have all of the stuff set up for it. If I have it finalized and there is a sign up for it, there will be a link in the description. If there isn't a sign up yet, it's coming soon. So keep your eyes peeled on the descriptions in future videos, because I'm thinking if we can get a whole bunch of us together in March for a meal prep challenge, what an awesome way to spend March, right? March is also National Nutrition Month, so it works in really well. All right, so now we're moving into my journal. So we have, this is from Irene Plans and she no longer exists, sadly. And then we have my monthly, which I tracked my card of the day. And then we have the first week, which was, you know, again, in the old planner. And then we have the first week in January that I decorated. And this was using Winter Wonderland. No, chic winter. And then we have Snow White, because I wanted something with a winter feel. It was like snow related. I think this was to tie into some fun day too. Or one of the challenges, one of the two. And then this is my birthday spread, and I made these in Canva. I bought the artwork, but I made these in Canva. And then we have the final week in January, which I absolutely ended up loving this spread. I didn't think I was going to. There's no plan with me for this one because this is when I started moving out of putting out content 7 days a week, but I absolutely ended up loving this spread. I wish there was more of these. When I buy the Live Love Posh books, I generally buy 2, but what I do also is I try to only use 1 copy, like, because there's generally 2 copies of everything in every book. I try to stick with just using 1 copy when I do spreads, because then I have to use it for later, right? It's always around to use for later. Okay, so I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to continue using the horizontal in February or not. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. So far it's like, what is it, the 2nd of February today as I'm filming this. And I've still drawn my cards, but I haven't really been, I'll show you. I haven't decorated it. I haven't done anything with it. So I don't know. I had thought about moving into a bullet journal for that. So maybe I'll move that direction. I don't know. I feel like I'm in limbo. Okay, then we're going to move into my habits section. And this again is a dashboard that I bought somewhere on Etsy. Then we have the habits. So I printed out these zone cleaning things. These are actually dies. It was Di's template. She was kind enough to share it with me, so I didn't have to reinvent the wheel. So both her and I are using sort of this setup for this year to see if we can keep up on our daily chores. And then we move into my habit tracker. Now, this particular one is from Squared Plans. And I have another one that's from Plan with Elise, but it's not in this planner. And then basically that's all that's back there is just multiple copies of this page. Then we move into some extra stuff. And then we have my spring cleaning checklist. So this is mine. And I believe I shared this in one of the videos last year as a free download. I can't remember though. I might have. Okay, and then we move into my DIY pages. So this is my date nights page. So my date night for January was my birthday at the keg. I don't know what we're doing for February yet. It's only the 2nd. But I did brainstorm for some ideas on date nights because what I want to do on the back side of this page is sort of decorate it and then throw in these ideas. So I came up with like axe throwing, drive-in, sunset at the beach, arcade, dance lesson, bowling, food cart festival, Van Dusen Gardens, which is something local here. It's a park that does really beautiful. They've just got, it's beautiful in there. Going to shoot some pool, going up to the mountain, a picnic in the park, a spa day or going to the salt caves, indoor rock climbing, hot air balloon, the gun range, or archery. I even put like glow in the dark body paint on there because I thought that would be fun. I don't know how we'd facilitate that, but I thought it would be fun. Okay, and then we have my books for 2023. So I'm moving into my 3rd book. Right now I'm reading. It's just about finished. I only have time to read before I go to bed, so I don't get a supreme amount of reading done. I listen to audibles though. And then I have a couple of lists here that are like books I want to read, and I need to get time to transfer them over to this page, which I also made to track my books to read list. And that's it. That is it for this planner. We are officially through January in this one. So now we're going to open up my dashboard planner. There's some things in here I can't share with you today because there's a few things going on that I can't really disclose just yet, but we're going to go through it. So in the beginning, I have my, again, inbox page, which is where I stick sticky notes for things I need to remember that don't necessarily, or that I don't have time to write and put in the pages. I'll just stick it there until I have time. And then I have this quote page, which I came off of the Noted website. And then this is out of the HB90 planner. Can't remember if it was last year or this year, or if she does them in both. I buy the planner every year because I go through the course. And then we have my sticky notes dashboard, which I love, by the way. This has been very, very handy, like super handy. I might change some of these out soon because like I'm getting bored with a few of them, but this was a great idea. Then we have a goals page that I made for the 1st quarter, which this guy's supposed to go there because I have a few more that needed to go in there and I just haven't had time to write them down. Needless to say, not much happened in January, so I'm hoping February is a bit better. I did get some things done, but not the like top 3 things I wanted to get done, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. I'm flipping this around because every time I go to open this page, I was hitting the sticky note. It's driving me crazy. Okay, then we move into my, again, the tab dividers are from Cloth and Paper. Move into my digital declutter, which I made in Canva, but this is basically a direct copy from Cloth and Paper. I wanted them, but I didn't have time to order them and get them to set up my planner, so I whipped them up quickly. So I can't share these, but if you're looking for them, they're on the Cloth and Paper website. And then this is just a dashboard that I made in Canva. And now we're getting into some of the area that I can't share. So let's talk about what I did in this planner for sections. So I redid the sections in this planner completely. So at the beginning, I have a goals section, which is the first thing I want to see every day. Then I have what I call my projects section. So this is where I'm going to be working on things either for Etsy or for my other YouTube channel, which I, again, will leave a link down in the description for, but I have a project section. Then we move into the calendar section. And again, this is a dashboard I bought off of Etsy. So now we're in the calendar. Again, the nameless page. I have a Cricut now. I just have to get it out of the box and I can make some name stickers and actually name my planners. And then I'll be like, come party with me, people. Celebrate. I named my planners. Then we have my January currently page, which I thought was super cute. I need to finish filling it in because I totally didn't realize I hadn't done that. But I thought it turned out super cute. And then we have the coordinating monthly calendar. Oh, I didn't do that either. Where's my gray? Where's my gray? Oops, wrong tip. I'm not used to coming at it from this angle. There we go. That was one of my collabs because that's one of my goals this year is to collab with a new creator each month. So that was fun. I had fun with that Cinderella spread. Okay, then we're actually into the planner. So this is the first week, the week of the 2nd. What happened to, oh, I taped them together. These two I actually taped together. Unbelievable. I didn't do it in any other planner, but in here I did. So this is the first week. And I love this spread. It was classic. It was clean. It was simple. And it was really effective. I didn't get a lot done, but it was really effective. I mean, I did get a lot done. I'm too hard on myself sometimes. I really need to sort of reflectively look at. My problem is, like most, I think I can get more done in a day than I actually can. So it always feels like I'm never getting anything done. But in truth, I am getting things done. It's just not at the rapid pace that I decided it should be. So again, this is the 2nd week. And this, I love this spread too. I thought this turned out really pretty. And then we have the daily pages, although I use them for the whole week, sort of as a master task list, because then I can keep this off to the side on my desk and it works really well. And then the back side was for the next week, which is over here. Nope, that's January 9th. Did I put the wrong dates on it? Oh no, yeah, this is right. So this is the 2nd to the 8th. This was for this week here, because I moved it forward. I really wish sometimes they weren't double-sided. It drives me crazy. I'd rather just, I may photocopy it and just have single side. It drives me a bit crazy. This one, I love this spread. It's so bright. It's so fun. And this was using florals from Live Love Posh. I don't quite remember off the top of my head which book. And some of the elements from the teacher florals. And it came out perfect. I love this spread. I think I've been in the whole, I've done too many winter spreads and Christmas spreads. I needed to move out of it and move into something more fun and bright. Then we have the next week, which is the final week, I believe. Yes. Which was the flowers sticker book, because you guys have been asking me for ages to start bringing in some of the older stash. So I'm happy to do that. So this was the flower sticker book and Blush in It. Yes, Blush in It. And then of course my pages for the 2 weeks too. All right. So that takes care of others. And then my currently page. That takes care of the month of January. I'm going to take these guys out, put those over there, and then we're going to grab this planner and we're going to stick these back in here. And then I need to go put the things back where they belong. So let's put this in here. I like to keep my little side notes and stuff. This one, however, I'll keep out because I still want to work on this. Okay, and then we move that off the side. Okay, then when we're looking at, I forgot this part. Forgot that part. We'll put that in a second. Now we're moving into the next sections in this planner. So I'm still working on building them out, but I've got like a marketing section. I've got a finances section. And then I have like a notes section at the back, which is where I'm storing like these month on one page and some note paper. I'm finding this works really well. And then of course there's the pocket in the back. I'm finding this is working really well so far. so far. It's only the 2nd of February. I've been living in this planner for 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, I guess. Actually, this is the 3rd iteration of it. I forgot about that. In the period of time, just after January started, I hated the way it was laid out. So I redid it. And then about a week ago, it got this makeover. So both planners have had 3 iterations since I set them up in December. I had to move this onto expander discs, black metal expander discs. I'm not sure how I feel about it. They're so big, but it houses everything and I don't need to worry about bursting at the seams. So I'm making it work. I'm really loving this cover that, you know, has the pockets and stuff in it from Happy Planner. They do scratch though, which is irritating because it's got a couple of like, I don't know if it came like that or if I did it, but it's annoying. Like really, it's annoying. Okay, that concludes my January flip through, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Again, check the description for all the things I mentioned. The wellness challenge, or not the wellness challenge, the meal prep challenge. If you'd like to come hang out with me, we're going to talk about food all month and learn a lot of things about food and better options, and you'll get some recipes and some other great things going on. I'll leave the description, will be full of as much as I can find for what's in the planners. And that's a wrap. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, if you're new, drop us a comment. Let us know you're new so we can formally welcome you to our community. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Ciao.